Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So there's two more additional boats to the Nigerian Spy Boost camp in terms of players that have now arrived, and the likes of Lookman and Iwobi are the latest to arrive in the camp. Okoye, of course, I mentioned in the last video, it's one of three players that's expected to join the guys today. And if you recall, I also mentioned that Iwobi and Lookman were the first people that actually touched down Lagos yesterday night, and they were, already scheduled to fly into Uyo today morning. So Okoye actually came a little bit late. Okoye is also now set to join the guys, in the coming hours. And of course, the strike has now been called off for at least the next week. So everything is now back to normal. But the update is that it wasn't a commercial airline that these guys boarded. That's Lookman and Iwobi. NFF actually organized, like 45 players. They also organized private jet that actually conveyed these guys to the Uyo camp. So as I mentioned before, we'll expect the likes of Iwobi and Lookman to join in the training with the guys this evening, and hopefully, Maduka Okoye comes on time as well to join for the training. But moving on, guys, there's one aspect about the Nigerian Super Eagles camp, or the aspect of the coaching staff, that we've not really touched on, and it's the fact that the likes of Daniel Amokachi, is nowhere to be found at this moment, as Coach Finidi and his crew, obviously train the Nigerian Super Eagles players with everything that they've got. Amokachi hasn't really been seen once since they started this camp over the weekend up until this moment. And there's been a number of speculations going on about why he's not really present. Some rumors are holding out that there's a possibility that Daniel Amokachi has now resigned because he was made the second assistant coach for the Nigerian Super Eagles, that he couldn't really accept it and he had to resign. But this is a rumor; it's not the fact, because nothing has been said right now by NFF or Finidi himself. It's still something that needs questions to be asked by the journalists, that are in charge, and then for Finidi or NFF to actually answer that one. And this other school of thought is saying that Coach Finidi obviously knows that Amokachi is not around, that Amokachi actually took excuse from Coach Finidi that he's not going to be around, and it's no cause for alarm or anything like that. But as I said, it's still largely a rumor. It's still a speculation. Nothing has been said about this. But I'm definitely sure that in the next coming hours, when Coach Finidi obviously has this official meeting with the press, journalists, intelligent journalists are obviously going to ask him this question, and I'm sure he has an answer for that one. Or better still, NFF are still, the people in charge. They have the responsibility to also give us information regarding what's happened with Amokachi, why we've not seen him so far, with the crew in the Uyo camp. Shifting focus a bit from the Uyo camp, let me let you know that CAF has now shifted the 2025 African Cup of Nations to January 2026. It was initially supposed to be played between June and July of 2025. That's like the initial agreement, the initial slot in the calendar for CAF. But right now, CAF has now decided to shift it to like extra 6 months, which is obviously something that has been caused by FIFA adjustment. Apparently, FIFA wants to play its Club World Cup in June, from June 15 to July 13 in the USA. That's how FIFA has now set it. It's in their new calendar, and this has now disrupted CAF's plan to actually hold that AFCON, in the summer of next year. And this also goes to tell you that it feels like we're not really valued. Like the competition that we play in Africa here is not really valued, or it doesn't have some real significance in FIFA calendar, because African Cup of Nations should be respected as the Euros, that the European countries play. We can cry all we want, say what we want to say, but FIFA has already decided that they're placing the Club World Cup in that slot that the African Cup of Nations was supposed to be played, and we do not have any choice whatsoever than to play the AFCON in 2026 January. And this has now been confirmed by Secretary General of the CAF, who goes by the name Mosengo Mboa. He actually confirmed that in a statement that he gave out to the media. But again, that's what's currently happening right now. 6 months extra. That's the time that has now been slated for AFCON 2025. But away from that one, let me let you know that our Nigerian Super Eagles, very, very solid defender, Balogun, has now signed an extended contract of 1 year with Rangers Football Club of Scotland. And, of course, we talked about him a number of times a few videos ago, how he expressed his intention to actually extend his contract with Rangers side at the time when it felt really, shaky for him. It felt like they didn't really need his services. We saw how he ended his season with Rangers. He didn't really play much, although, credit to injury here and there, he had some really unstable moments in that period towards the end of the season. But he himself didn't even know that he was going to get a new contract. But over the weekend, he was very delighted to be offered a 1 year contract extension with Rangers, and he obviously signed that one. And he's going to keep him in Rangers until the summer of 2026, which is really fantastic. And the young man obviously expressed his joy and delightment for that new contract. He talks about his love for the club, how he would have really wanted to have been in the club a lot younger, in his playing days. But obviously, he's really excited to continue with Rangers and do great things. Of course, he already seen a number of success with the club. After he joined them in 2020, he actually won the league, for the 2020-2021 season, and also the Scottish Cup in the next season, 2021-2022 season. And after that, he had a bit of a snag, and then went on loan to Queen's Park Rangers, came back, and then continued powering on for Rangers Football Club. And just this season that finished, they actually chased down the league until the very end, where they lost it to Celtic. But again, big one for him. Congrats to him. We said it on this channel the last time we talked about him. He was really devastated that he didn't make the team that is actually going to represent Nigeria for this World Cup qualifiers games against South Africa and Benin. But this man has genuine love for Nigerian Super Eagles, for representing the team, and I am sure that he would want to perform with the club so that he gets called up next time. That's definitely going to be working towards that, of course, with Rangers for the next 1 year. And he's going to hope to be called back into the squad for future games. That's the latest for now. Thank you for watching this one. Don't forget to like and share the video. React to any of the stories that you like. Take care of yourselves. Make sure to stay tuned to the channel as more updates unraveling later in the coming hours from our Nigerian Super Eagles camp and every other aspect of the game that we need to know. Take care of yourselves. Stay tuned to the channel.